is the trade that never was, the trade that didn't happen, the trade that I literally texted to you. What was it, in July, when we had just finished recording an episode? I don't think it was on the Knicks, but someone, an inside reporter, who will not be named, basically put out in the on Twitter everywhere saying, yeah, the deal's basically done. They're just working out the details. And everyone assumed for like 3 weeks that this is just a shit ton of paperwork, I guess. Like, they're Donovan Mitchell's a Knick, and then it just went away. So how are we feeling this morning? What's going through your mind? Because I feel like for a lot of Knicks fans out there, this is just another big miss. If you Google Donovan Mitchell right now, all the articles are not the Cleveland Cavaliers have their star. Every article is the New York Knicks just whiffed on another star. Is that the perspective we should be having here? I don't know.
I mean, in one sense, yes, but in my mind, I'm glad of how it worked out, given what the situation seemed to be. It basically seemed to be, if we wanted Donovan Mitchell, we were going to have to give up RJ Barrett and a lot more on top of that. And at this very moment, I did not want to see the Knicks give up on RJ Barrett to bring Donovan Mitchell to New York. Maybe 1 or 2 years down the line, we may look back and just think, what the hell are we thinking? Why didn't we just make this move? But at this very moment, I'm really glad that the Knicks still have RJ Barrett. I won't say I'm glad they don't have Donovan Mitchell, but I'm really glad that that RJ Barrett is still their guy, and he's still now in a position after signing that 4-year, $120 million deal to really become the star that we hope he can be in New York.
Yeah. And I think that's a correct perspective to have, because I think RJ Barrett can be a better player than Mitchell purely because of his size. And I think the playmaking capability is still theoretical, but still there. I mean, Don Mitchell and RJ Barrett, like, you're comparing two very different players, but when it comes to playmaking, is Donovan Mitchell truly a better playmaker? I think RJ Barrett has shown he can be an elite defender, and most times last year I'd say was, especially under Tibbs. And he's getting better as a finisher. Who knows, the shooting comes. I think he's still a project, and he's shown every year he's gotten a little bit better. So I think we should have faith in him. While that's the right perspective, I think we can turn on the front office though and be like, this wasn't the plan. The whole like, oh yeah, we're committing to RJ Barrett, we're going to sign him to this contract. He's what was it? The first player since who? I don't even know, that's first player since who to be signed after the rookie deal.
I can't even remember the name. All I know is it's the first time in 23 years that a rookie has signed a multi-year extension with the New York Knicks.
Oh my God.
And they even still tried to get rid of him.
I know.
They did offer him.
That's the point. And man, like, I can imagine the Knicks front office just being like, oh, why did you have to just say, couldn't we have just let it be? Because after the trade was done, I think everyone was probably just going to focus on the fact that maybe the Cavs just offered more and the Knicks were driving a tough bargain and believing in their players. But no, truth is they offered Obi, RJ, Mitchell Robinson, and 3 first-round picks to the Jazz, and the Jazz said no. So just that feigned commitment, I don't believe in it. RJ is not going to believe in it, and that's probably the biggest thing. It's awkward for Knicks fans, but how awkward is it for RJ? You just signed that contract, but hey, just so you know, we tried to trade you and like 5 other assets for the guys on that other team now. Yikes.
That's what the Knicks is all about. There's always something that sends a shiver down your spine, and not in a good way.
Yeah. Do you even mention the fact that you guys traded and swapped and did a million like draft night trades that didn't make sense to clear capital to trade for Mitchell too, instead of just taking somebody?
Yeah. That's just what we do. They make decisions because they think they're going to be able to do things without a bother, and then it just doesn't come to fruition. The sad thing is, I think a lot of us thought it was going to be different this time.
Thanks for watching Coast to Coast on YouTube. For full episodes, check out the show wherever you get your podcasts. And for all the best hot takes, subscribe to the Coast to Coast YouTube channel below.